Hi, this is Scott with eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at and installing our TowSmart Class III Hitch for 2025 Hyundai Palisade. The Hyundai Palisade is a really popular vehicle and we do a lot of installations for hitches on these. If you're looking to get a little more room, you can always go with a cargo carrier, maybe a bike rack so you can have all your bikes on there. So a hitch is a really good option. This hitch is going to have a 5/8 pinhole opening, and that's going to hold any of your accessories in place. Now keep in mind, this hitch won't come with a pin, so you may want to pick one up here at eTrailer. Another nice option for these is a locking pin. What that's going to do is, say you're out at the bike trail and you have your bike carrier on back and you're down the trail a little bit, you're going to be able to use that locking pin to lock your accessory in place, so while you're gone, nobody can take it off of the back. This hitch is going to have pretty heavy duty welded on loops, and those are going to be for your safety chains. They're going to accommodate either your S-style loops or your clevis style loops. So either one of those are going to be an option for your safety chains on your trailer. As far as measurements go, from the center of the pinhole out to the edge of the bumper, we're looking at right at around 3 inches. And with that measurement, you're going to be able to figure out that if you have any accessories that fold up, if they're going to make any contact with the back of your vehicle. Now from the ground to the top of our hitch, right here on the tube, we're looking at 14 inches. And with that measurement, you'll be able to decide if you need any raise in the shank of your bike carriers or your cargo carriers. And now if your Palisade has a kick sensor, you will have to find the sweet spot in order to get that to work. So just kind of go on either side of the hitch and find out which one works for you. Ours today did not have one, so we aren't able to show you that. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment in the section below. We do like to see some pictures, and let us know how you're using your hitch if you do get one installed. As far as installation goes, it's pretty straightforward. You may want to have a buddy help you out with it. Other than that, it's not too bad. If you don't have time to get it done yourself, you can always take a look at our dealer locator and get something done for you locally. If you want to do it yourself, stick around and watch our video and we'll help you get it installed. To start our installation, we're going to need to get our spare tire lowered down. So inside our cargo area, we're going to have this little plug right here. We need to get that out of the way. Take a flathead screwdriver and remove that. And underneath of that, we're going to have a 21mm bolt. Just want to back that down until our spare tire comes down to the ground. Once we have it all the way down, and lift up on our tire, pull it back. Now we can push through our holder. Now we can get our tire out of the way. Now we want to get our plastic under panel here on our driver's side out of the way. You're going to have 2 plastic 14mm nuts up here. Just don't push forward on them when you're backing them out. Otherwise they'll have a hard time backing out on you. Just kind of back them out. Once you get them so far, you can even do them by hand. If they don't want to come free for you, another little trick is just kind of pull down on the panel a little bit. And that'll help back them down. All right, once you get them back down pretty far on both sides, you just kind of pull down on them a little bit, and those plastic nuts will stay with the panel. Now we have 3 plastic fasteners. All we need to do is get under the clip portion of it and pop those out. Just kind of pull down on them. Now we can remove our panel. Now we supported our exhaust, we need to remove 3 isolators so we can get our exhaust to drop down. So we have a little bit of soapy water. Just want to spray our isolators. And what that's going to do is it's going to help make it easier for us to pop those off. After you get it sprayed down, Just go like that, and that's going to work some of that soapy water into your isolators. Now with the pry bar, we'll just go ahead and get those popped off. Now that we have those all broken loose, we'll just loosen up our cam buckle strap and give us a little room. Now we can see our attachment points. We have our ones up here. This is where our bolts are going to come through. And we have our threadeds down here. And what I did is just want to spray a little lubricant up in there, some spray lubricant, and just take like a toothbrush and just clean those out. That's going to make it a lot easier for us when we go thread in our hardware. And we will do that on both sides. Now, as far as your hardware goes, a lot of your hardware is going to be a little bit different size. You're going to have your conical washers, and they're going to have teeth on them, and you want those to be facing either the frame or the hitch itself. Now, I like to go through and sort all this stuff to make sure I have the stuff together. And as far as your bolts go, you're going to have your silver ones. Those are going to go on the driver's side, and those are going to go through with your hitch up and just pop through there. And we'll get our hardware on the other sides of those. And then you're going to have your zinc coated. That is going to go on the passenger side. So just make sure you sort everything and kind of separate it out before you go to put your hitch up. It's going to make things a whole lot easier for you. Now with an extra set of hands, we're just going to get our hitch lifted in place. Aiden's going to lift it over the exhaust first. Just want to line up our holes. Push our hardware through. Now for our hardware, we do have our conical washers with the teeth. We want the teeth facing towards our frame. Those in place. These can be a little tight. Just want to get the nuts started on there, and that's going to help get our washers put in place. Now for our smaller hardware that goes in through here, same thing. We want to have the teeth facing the hitch. Now once we get these just kind of down hand tight, we're going to come back through and snug them down. Now on our passenger side, we ran the bolt through the inside to out, and we have our conical washer on there. And then we went to the other side, and it's going to have just the small flat washer and the nut. After we have everything snugged down, we can come back through and torque down all of our hardware to the specifications listed in our instruction manual. If you don't have a torque wrench, you can pick one up here at eTrailer or take a look at your local auto parts store and you should be able to rent one there. Now that we have everything torqued down, we can come back and get our exhaust put back in place. One of the things I like to do is respray the pins and the rubber isolator with the soapy water again. It makes everything go back together a lot easier. Now that we have those back in place, we can remove our strap. Now we have everything torqued down. I did set this panel up in place and did notice that it is hitting in a couple spots here. It's hitting the bolt heads that we just put in. So we're going to need to trim a little bit out in order for this to pop back in place. So I'm just going to use my reciprocating tool and get those trimmed out and we'll get it put back in place. Now we have it all trimmed out. You can see it's going to give us enough clearance to clear our bolts on our frame. All this is going to do is just make it easier for it to pop in place. Now what we can do is just get this lined up with the studs up there. And once we do that, you just push up just a little bit, and that's going to hold it in place. And once we get that up, get our push pins put back in place. After our little panels put back in place, all we have to do is get our spare tire put back in place, and it will go right back in the location where it was located. And with that, that was a look at our install of our TowSmart hitch on our 2025 Hyundai Palisade. I'm Scott with eTrailer, and thanks for watching.